Hey guys, okay, so this is part two, and I will wrap this up because I know my first video is like 33 minutes long, so I apologize. This is the end though. So we are at Sunday now, the 14th. One of the first things when I woke up that morning, one of the first things I said to my husband is, today's going to be a great day. Today's a positive day. And he said, okay. I hadn't really eaten much. They have this stuff called like lemon fruit ice, which is in essence sugary lemon shaved ice. Amazing, but probably not the best thing for your body after surgery. I was craving fruit really bad. So he actually ran to the nearest Whole Foods market, got a plethora of fruit. But while he was out, my spine surgeon popped in. Totally surprised me, but, you know, he asked how I was doing. I shared with him what had happened the previous day with physical therapy, and he was like, you know, that's okay. That's a huge, huge accomplishment for you to walk, do that lap around the recovery floor. And he asked how I felt about going home. And I said, well, I would love to go home. I just, you know, I wasn't sure that would be a possibility today. And he said, you know what? If you're up to it, I see no problem why you cannot go home today. I cannot tell you how much I wanted to jump out of that bed and hug him. I was ecstatic. Sorry guys, I gotta switch hands again. Excuse me while I rock the phone around. I was so excited. He left the room saying he would draw up my prescriptions. So I had all my hard copies when I left, and he would draw up my orders for discharge, which anybody that's been in the hospital knows that's nothing that happens in the snap of a finger. That takes hours. So this was literally between like 8 and 9 in the morning. So I called my husband right away, and I was like, guess what? Dr. Athanasius just came by, and he said that if I'm up to it, I get to go home today. And he was like, cool, I'm leaving Whole Foods right now. I'll be there shortly. So up until this point, I had been wearing my glasses, feeling gross. I mean, they helped me get up and brush my teeth, you know, in the morning and stuff. But I was still in this gown, and I would go from hot to cold, you know, throughout the night and stuff. So just feeling gross. So as soon as my husband got back, I was like, we're getting clothes on, give me my contact bag, like I'm doing this. And he was like, okay, this is part of the feel good process. And I was like, and I feel great. We are doing this. We're going home today to see our babies. So, he helped me get cleaned up. You know, I asked him to get baby wipes since I could not shower for 5 days after the surgery. I used baby wipes to, you know, clean up the pits and, just freshen up myself. And I had my awesome I Can't Adult Today shirt that he got me for Christmas. I purposely put that in my hospital bag to wear home. So I got dressed and got my contacts in. I have naturally curly hair, as you can see. So if you watch my previous video, you can see what a chaotic mess my hair was. I mean, we're talking just frizz and craziness. I felt yucky, to say the least. So kind of just helped put myself together a little bit. And fortunately, physical therapy came there shortly after, and she was like, wow, you're ready for the day. And I was like, the surgeon said I get to go home today as long as I feel up to it. And she was like, okay, well, we need to get you up those stairs, and we need to get you walking. You best believe I was up on that walker and up those stairs real quick. So I was all dressed in my I Cannot Adult Today, with my contacts on and my hair up, feeling good. Like, I look cute, but not really, but that's okay because I felt amazing. So it was only like 3 stairs they had you go up. I was a little nervous about it, but honestly, it was not a big deal at all. I did it without, you know, without too much effort at all. I was actually pretty surprised. And I kind of laid the ground rules with her that we are not doing a whole lap around this floor again. You pushed me a little too hard yesterday, so I am only comfortable going to the nurse's station and back. And she was like, cool. I did the stairs with no problem, so I think that made a huge difference in, you know, her okaying me to go home. Walk down the hall and back, and then it was basically just waiting to go home. A few hours later, I got to go home. Just had to wait for all that paperwork. We all know how that goes. Paperwork just takes forever, apparently. And there was other people. Sorry, guys. I need to get a selfie stick, apparently. There was other people that were getting discharged around the same time as me. So they were super busy that morning. But I believe between maybe around 1-ish, we got to get on the road. We live 4 hours away. Up through the redwoods. So a lot of people at the hospital were super concerned. They're like, wow, you drove 4 hours to have a surgery, like a back surgery, and you're driving home. We have a Subaru Forester, so the seats lay down. It's pretty comfortable and roomy. I brought lots of pillows and blankets to cushion my seat. And it's actually a super windy and bumpy road, unfortunately, the ride home. But to be completely honest, it was not bad at all. And they did not, like, dope me up on a bunch of pain meds. There was actually a slight miscommunication that I was pretty irritated about. I had let the nurse know that, like, was on staff at that time taking care of me, that I was going home that day, and I wanted to time my pain meds for, like, a half hour-ish or so before I went home, so they would last most of the ride. Yeah, that clearly, she didn't get that. She gave me all of my pain meds at 10:30, and so we left at 1, which meant, yeah, I'm sorry, she gave them to me at 11:30, something like that, one of the two, but I wasn't allowed to have my pain meds till 3:30, is the point. I was pretty irritated at that because I had made it very, very, very clear to everybody. I have a 4-hour drive home, and that's like with no surgical patient in the car or no hiccups. So clearly my husband was going to be driving a little more cautious, which would take us a little bit longer. So it would probably be like a 4.5, 5-hour drive home. So the fact that they couldn't give me any pain meds when I left, I was pretty irritated at that. However, everything worked out fine. When I explained my concerns again to that nurse, she just said, you know, you can't take them till 3:30. However, if you need to take them like a half hour early, go ahead and do so. Just try to get back on your 4-hour interval after that. I think I was actually able to wait. I'm not even sure. I might have took them at 3. I might have been able to wait till 3:30. Doesn't really matter. I made it. The car ride was not bad at all. And my husband is an artist, amongst other things. And so he went and bought paint markers for the car. And on the back of our window, he put caution. I forget the words, but it was basically something to the effect of passenger just out of spine surgery. You know, like basically stay the F away from my car. Somebody just got out of back surgery that's in this car. So we don't want any accidents. Didn't necessarily stop people from driving super close, but honestly, I think they were trying to just read the sign. Anyways, super long story. I apologize. I hope this has been helpful to anybody and everybody. Please, if you have any questions, or if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. You can email me at D as in dog, E as in Edward, H as in house, processing at yahoo.com. If you have questions you just don't want to put on YouTube for everybody to see. But the main thing is I am 6 days post-op. Finally got to take my shower today. Every day has been an improvement. And just to recap, the day of surgery, I can't tell you how many times I cried to my husband saying, I wish I never would have done this. This was the worst decision I ever made. I wish I never would have done this. I wish I would have never done this. I regret this. I said that to him so many times. Today, I do not think that. Every day has been a slight improvement, and I know it's only going to get better because it is just getting better. So it's scary. It's really scary, even if you are as young as me or younger. Just keep in mind, with being younger, we heal quicker. You know, our bodies are more resilient. We bounce back a little bit better. Do your research. Stay on your supplements. And just another update as far as, like, you know, being home. I haven't had to use my walker since I got home. I walk around just fine without it. You know, I do my log rolls when I'm getting out of bed, push myself up with my hands and my arms. Make sure you keep your feet like hip width apart, lean forward, put all your weight, you know, use your legs to push you up. You know, just listen to what they tell you. It will be okay. And if you are facing the surgery, or, you know, deciding you're going to do the surgery or not, research your spine surgeons. Get a second, get a third opinion. Make sure you are super confident with the surgeon you pick. That is one of the biggest things. I was super confident, and I don't regret picking a surgeon that's 4 hours away from me. We go see him for my first post-op. Sorry, I'm stumbling all over my words. Clearly, I need to be done with this video. I go to see him for my first post-op on Monday. So we will be driving down to Santa Rosa, 4 hours away on Monday. And everything looks good. My wounds, they look great. I showered today, so my husband just changed the bandages. Everything looks good. So you can do it. Again, you can email me if you have questions. Put, you know, questions in the comments. I would love to answer anything and help anybody that is contemplating this. I do believe that this was one of the best decisions that I made, and I will just continue to get better. My kids are getting a little rambunctious now because they're taking advantage that I have been doing this for a half hour now. So, thank you everybody for taking the time to watch and listen. Feel like I've been rambling, but I basically just gave you my whole backstory up until 6 days post-op. So I will make my next video shorter, and I just want to keep updating people, because watching other people's videos for me it's really helped. So I hope that I'm helping somebody else. That's my main goal of this. And it chronicles this for me also. So, love and light to everybody, and you can do it. Bye everybody. Thank you for watching.